Based on your request, we're doing a $1,000 gaming PC build, but it's, you know what, 1100 bucks because it's pretty hard to fit an RTX 3070 on the $1,000 PC. Also, I wasn't so keen on the idea, but you know, it's funny how things turns out. You know, I'm getting this PC for myself, and today we're doing something different. So hey, if you like that video, press on that like button. If you want to see more videos of that kind, come on, I see you there. You are going to press on the subscribe button because we do some really cool stuff here, and let's get to it. As I said, for the CPU, we're looking at the i5-10400, though I guess the i5-10400 is a really good choice in my opinion. And I will also leave you a benchmark from a really cool channel called the Spy Hood, where he kind of like compared a Ryzen 9 3900X to an i5-10400. With the GPU paired being the RTX 3080. It's a very intriguing comparison, and it shows you how good the i5-10400 is. It's around 180 bucks, it's 20 bucks cheaper than the Ryzen 5 3600. So also, you know, when you find the board CPU combo of Intel's, pretty much the same price of B550M on the Ryzen 5 3600, and the earlier one performs better. Why would you go for AMD? So this is why I went with that. For the board, we're looking at a Z490 board, and it's like a Gigabyte Z490 Gaming X. It's for around 145 bucks. The thing about Z490 boards is like it performs better when you go with high frequency RAM, like 3600 MHz RAM. So this is why I went for it over like a B460 or H410. I know there is that PCIe Gen 4 that's not there, but you know, when you look at PCIe Gen 4, there isn't a lot actually going on there. Like the cheapest 1TB PCIe Gen 4 SSD is for 100 bucks, I believe 200 bucks actually, not 100. And when you compare PCIe Gen 3 to PCIe Gen 4, like the gaming performance, there isn't any difference. No difference whatsoever. So yeah, there isn't a lot going on there, but on the future, when this actually makes a difference, the next gen Intel CPUs will be compatible with the Z490 boards, and they will like be PCIe Gen 4 ready. So it's there when we need it, but for now it's not. For a budget PC, we won't need it. So hey, it looks good, and it supports up to, I believe, 64 gigs, maybe 128 gigs, I don't know exactly, but it's 4 RAM slots. So yeah, you'd be able to go around 32 gigs in the future if you want to upgrade, and I really like it. You can overclock your CPU but not down when you get an unlocked one. As for the RAM, and as I said, you know, we should go with the high frequency RAM. For me, I want so bad to go with like a 4133 MHz RAM because I want to test that out and see how good would it perform. But it was for 80 bucks, now it's for 120, so I decided to, you know, just hold that crazy thought. So for 60 bucks, you can go with G-Skill, I believe Ripjaw 16 GB DDR4 3600 MHz RAM. So you can get the full speed and get the full potential out of this CPU and the GPU as a combo. And 3600 MHz is more than enough. So you don't actually need to get that really high-end RAMs with really tight RAM timings, since you're getting the full potential anyways. So for 60 bucks is more than enough. As for the SSD, I myself I'm going with a 75 bucks SATA SSD because it's pretty cheap, and then 3 SSDs are actually really good now. So yeah, you're getting this fast boot up times, loading speeds, you know, and 1TB for 75 bucks. That's actually like a steal. The GPU, as you can tell, we're going with the RTX 3070, and we don't know how good it will perform, but Nvidia says it would be equivalent to the RTX 2080 Ti. But Nvidia also said that the RTX 3090 would be able to do 8K gaming, which is technically can, but not real 8K. So is that the same gimmick? I hope not. I wish not, but you know, at like the worst case scenario, it would be like 10 to 15% slower than the RTX 2080 Ti, but I don't think so. But hey, 500 bucks gives you a lot of performance nowadays, and I guess the RTX 3070 is a really good GPU. But the thing is, would it be for 500 bucks? No, it will be like for 700, 850. I guess 700. It wouldn't go over that because it would be crazy. Like the used RTX 2080 Ti's were for 750. I don't know why that would be higher. So anyways, like, you know, getting $700 or paying that, you'd be going like 200 to 300 bucks over the budget. I guess the job done. It's a really good GPU. Of course, it's a good GPU. And there's that assumptions that there would be a 16 GB variant, but I don't know about that. But 8 gigs is more than enough for like 1080p or 1440p gaming, and 4K of course. But hey, maybe you need that. Who knows? Overall, a really good GPU. Of course, it's a good GPU. As for the power supply, I'll leave you with like 2 options because power supplies go out of stock really fast. I would like refresh the links every now and then once actually it goes out of stock. So you can go with like a Gigabyte 650 watt power supply or an EVGA one. I mean, this GPU consumes around 250 watts of TDP, so that's not a lot of wattage when you compare it to the RTX 3080 or the RTX 3090. It's a pretty power efficient graphics cards when you compare it to the higher end variants of the series. So yeah, going with a 650 watt gets the job done. Is more than enough. So don't be like, you know, having a really panic attack when it comes to power supplies, weighing seeing if that would work. Doesn't go that way, my friend. So hey, go with like a 650 watts one or like a 750 watts. It gets the job done. 80 plus. So yeah, a very trusted brand. Again, really good. As for the case, we have a lot of options when it comes to cases. Really a lot of options. I settled on the Thermaltake V250. It looks really clean for a black case. I usually don't like, black cases, but it's got 3 pre-installed RGB fans as an intake, and it's got an outtake fan that's not RGB. So actually I really like the way the features are looking on this case of the Thermaltake V250, and this syncable with your board. So hey, I really like it. I really like it. It looks really clean. So yeah, you cannot go wrong with that at all. So that's been it, guys. If you like that video, press on that like button, and really that helps me a lot. And subscribe if you want to see more videos of that kind. And there are also some alternative PC case options down in the description if you're interested. Peace.